ఇప్పుడు అందరికీ కనబడుతుందమ్మా? ఎస్.
Yes, sir.
Today we will see the respiration in arthropoda. I think it will be a difficult topic. No problem, we will see slowly and we can learn also. Arthropods constitutes 3/4 of the animal kingdom and inhabit in all kinds of habitats. They breathe air as well as water, and some are accomplished amphibians. So their respiratory organs are also vary according to their way of living. So most of the organisms of arthropoda are able to live on all kinds of habitats. And some of them are living in water, some of them living in air, some of them are living in terrestrial mode of living, etc. So all kinds of living organisms are here. Hence, depending on the mode of their habitat, the respiratory system is also modified according to that. Okay. In smaller crustaceans, such as copepod or ostracods, oxygen simply diffuses through the body surface. Means, what is the meaning of that one? Means no need to have a special kind of respiratory system inside them. Simply, some of a smaller crustaceans such as a copepod and ostracods, oxygen supply and oxygen simply diffuses through their body surface. Since small animals have a larger surface area as compared to the body mass, in majority of crustaceans, gills are the important or chief respiratory organs. Gill will be an important respiratory organ for the most of the organisms, especially of crustaceans. Okay. For example, we are taking prawn. Gills are enclosed in a gill chamber. Okay. Gills are enclosed in gill chamber. Gill chamber. On each side of the cephalothorax. I think the body can be divided into two regions. Head and thorax both are fused together to become a one part called as a cephalothorax. The remaining entire body called as a abdomen. In the cephalothoracic region, on especially each side of cephalothorax, which one is there? There is a gill chamber. Inside it, which one is there? Gills are present. So gill chambers are there on either side of the cephalothoracic region. Inside gills are present. Okay. Now, and are covered by a carapace. A carapace is also there. Now I am discussing in this area. This is a gill chamber. Okay. On it, which one is there? One more covering material will be there, that generally called as a carapace. Okay. From here to here, which one will be covered externally? Carapace. And beneath this, which one is there? Gill chamber is there. When we open the gill chamber, these gills will be there. Okay. So inner side of which a branchiostegite and has a vascularized respiratory epithelium is there. So once again we will see, in smaller crustaceans such as copepod and ostracod, oxygen simply diffuse through the body surface. Okay. Through the body surface, that oxygen simply diffuses. into the body. Okay. Through the body surface, since small animals have a larger surface area as compared to the body mass. Larger surface area they have because of the entire body surface is involved in the exchange of gases also. When compared with the mass of their body, the entire surface area will be more greatly larger. Okay. In majority of crustaceans, now the another second point here is, in majority of crustaceans, which one will be the chief respiratory organ? Say. Yes, Akila, answer is? In majority of crustaceans, which one will be the respiratory organ? Yes,
Gills.
gills. Gill is the important respiratory chief respiratory organ in most of the crustaceans. Okay. Now we are seeing a prawn. In a prawn, gills are enclosed. So this is a gill, 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 gill. This one is also a gill. Okay. Yes. Here a small one is there. That is also a gill. All these gills are present in a gill chamber. Gill chamber externally covered by a carapace also. Okay. So inner side, which is called branchiostegite and has a vascularized respiratory epithelium, is there. Once again, all of you see this 1 to 5 pleurobranchs. Kanapartunda? From here to here. Yes, is it visible to all of you? Video, audio, is it clear? Say the answer. Respond.
Yes, sir.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can count these. 1, I will write on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are these 5? They are pleurobranchs. Pleurobranchs. Now this one and this one called as a arthrobranchs. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay. Yes. Arthrobranch. Arthrobranch. This one podobranch. Podobranch. This one is epipodite. Epipodite. Now, when we see a gill, say this is a gill chamber exposed to show the gills. This is, and this is a phylobranch. ఈ డయాగ్రాన్ని మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే నాట్ సీ లైక్ దిస్ వర్టికల్లీ కాకుండా హారిజాంటల్లీ యూ ట్రై టు సీ ఇట్. దెన్ this one, each one will be treated as a page. This one is a page, pages present in a book, and this one is opened book. Okay, from here to here look like as a opened book. అర్థమవుతుందా? బుక్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుంది? ఇట్ లుక్ లైక్ యాజ్ ఏ ఓపెన్డ్ బుక్, అండ్ దీస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఏ సింప్లీ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఏ పేజెస్. ఇవన్నీ ఏంటివి? పేజెస్ present in a book. So but generally they are called as a gill plates. They are called as a gill plates. They are called as a gill plates. Okay, this is a gill plate, this is a gill plate. All these gill plates are simply look like as a pages in a book. Yes. Now epipodites are highly vascularized, a leaf-like membranous structures. Epipodites. Okay, they are attached on the coxa of the three maxillary pets. They carry out respiratory function. So epipodites are present on coxa. Epipodites are, see this, here is epipodite. Okay, that epipodite is present where coxa of maxilliped. This one is a maxilliped. Okay, first maxilla, second maxilla, third maxilla, etc. we will see. Now here on the maxilliped there is a part coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, itla పేర్లు ఉంటాయి. They are the different parts present in a appendage. Now on the coxa region of maxilliped, epipodites are there. So epipodites ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి? Epipodites are simply present on coxa of maxillipeds. They carry out respiratory function. The gills are regarded as a primary respiratory organs and they are the three types in prawn. ప్రాన్లో ఎన్ని రకాలుగా ఉన్నాయంటున్నా? దే ఆర్ సింప్లీ త్రీ కైండ్స్. ఓకే, నేమ్లీ పోడోబ్రాంక్ ఈజ్ వన్ కైండ్, ఆర్థ్రోబ్రాంక్ సెకండ్ కైండ్ అండ్ ప్లూరోబ్రాంక్ థర్డ్ కైండ్. Anybody in the class, how many kinds of respiratory organs are there in the prawn? Three kinds.
Sir.
Simply we are learning. Okay, మనకి ఏమీ తెలియదు అనుకుంటున్నాం. In our brain nothing is there regarding the respiratory system of arthropoda. Simply we will try to develop the knowledge of respiratory system in arthropoda now in this second. So the gills are regarded as a primary respiratory organs. Yes, we agree that. And there are three kinds. What are the three kinds? One is podobranch. Podobranch means 1 to 2 podobranchs are there. Arthrobranchs. Here arthrobranchs. So this is arthrobranch. This is a podobranch. And plurobranch. So they are plurobranch. Totally all are gills, but depending on their location, we are calling them differently. Depending on their location, we are calling them differently. One is a podobranch, other one is a arthrobranch, other one is a plurobranch, etc. So how many plurobranchs are here in the diagram? You count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so totally how many are here? 5 plurobranchs are there. Arthrobranchs are 2. Okay, now this is the podobranch. Okay, now podobranch, one pair. So this is here only one pair will be there of a small gills that are attached on the coxa of second maxilla. Podobranch అనగానే coxa of second maxilla. You remember, అయిపోయింది, story is over. So podo means foot. Podo means foot. Coxa is a part of foot. Okay, coxa అన్నటువంటిది ఏమి? It is a part of leg. Okay, coxa is a part of leg. Coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, itla there are certain segments are present in a appendage. Okay, now these podobranchs are present on coxa of second maxilla. Okay, and that is enough. Now arthrobranch. So here arthrobranchs are there. There are two pairs, hence we have given 1 to 2. So podobranch is only one pair. Here 2 pairs are total number. Here 5. Arthrobranchs are 2 pairs. One is smaller and the other is larger. They are attached to the arthroidal membrane, very important, of the third maxillary ped. Arthroidal membrane, hence they called as a arthrobranch. Arthroidal membrane is present in between the joints. Okay, between the joints, which one is there? Arthroidal membrane is there. In generally that area chitin will be avoided. Chitin may not be there. Due to the presence of that arthroidal membrane, there will be a flexibility. The moving, I think moving means bending. The bending nature also will be given to that due to the flexibility nature, that is due to the absence of chitin and due to the presence of this arthroidal membrane. Okay. So arthrobranchs, how many arthrobranchs are here? Arthrobranchs, how many arthrobranchs are here?
2, sir.
Two,
2 pairs.
two pairs of arthrobranchs are here. One pair is very smaller, one pair is longer or larger. They are attached to the arthroidal membrane of third maxillary ped. Okay, you remember that they are attached to the arthroidal membrane of third maxillary ped. So is it okay? మనం ఇలాగే గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని ఇలాగ రాస్తే చాలు. ఏమంటున్నా? పోడోబ్రాంక్స్ అంటే దేర్ విల్ బి వన్ పెయిర్. దే ఆర్ సింప్లీ ప్రజెంట్ ఆన్ కాక్సా ఆఫ్ సెకండ్ మ్యాక్సిల్లా అంతే. Because of their location, we named it as a podobranch because coxa is a part of foot appendage. Arthrobranch means they are present on arthroidal membrane. Arthroidal membrane in generally present at the joints area, especially that is located on the third maxillary ped. You please remember the third maxillary ped. Okay, third maxillary ped. Here is second maxillary ped. ఇవన్నీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. Podobranch is at coxa of second maxillary ped. Arthrobranchs are now they are located on third maxillary ped. Okay. మా స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇంకా ఎవరైనా జాయిన్ అవ్వడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నారా? బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఐ కేమ్ అవుట్.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇట్లా లేట్గా వచ్చినారంటే మనము ఏమీ చేయలేము. నేను వాళ్ళని గమనించలేను కదా. ఎస్, ఎవరు? సో దేర్ ఆర్ 2 people are here. ఎస్, నౌ we will move on. సో podobranchs, arthrobranchs గుర్తుంటాయా? Podobranchs అంటే one pair of small gills are there simply attached on the coxa of second maxillary ped. Arthrobranchs అంటే they are simply 2 pair. One is a smaller pair and other one is a larger pair. Now they are located on the third maxillary ped, especially on arthroidal membrane. Especially on arthroidal membrane of third maxillary ped. Okay. Now pleurobranch. We will see of about it. Pleurobranch. So see here, how many pairs? Already we have seen from first slide onwards the same diagram. Yes, the same diagram is for first slide, second slide, third slide, because of all these 3 slides are belong to prawn respiratory system. So how many pleurobranchs are here?
5 pairs, sir.
5 pairs of pleurobranchs are here. Okay. Pleuro in generally lateral sides. So these gills are attached in the gill chamber on the outer margin of cephalothorax. Outer margin of cephalothorax, these 5 pairs of gills are present. The gill lamella are flat, plate-like one, arranged parallel to each other like a pages of a book. So this is called as a phylobranch, phylobranch, phylobranch or plurobranch. Okay. So many pages like structures are there. They are called as a gill plates. There will be arrangement of 2 rows of gill plates are there. Total number of plurobranchs are 5. They are simply attached to the outer margin of cephalothorax. Enough. Water current flows through the gill chamber by the action of scaphognathite, which is a fan-like appendage of maxilla and lies near the entrance of gill chamber. Okay. What is that? Scaphognathite. It just acted as a fan-like appendage of maxilla. So it is a part of maxilla, acted as a fan-like one, means all the time it is can able to maintain water current. Okay. So water current flows through the gill chamber. Water present in the aquatic media, that is a lake. Water has to be enter into the body, that is enter into the gill chamber and has to flow on to the gills. Means a flow of water is needed. That flow of water also needed water current. Such water current always will be created by and given by, provided by the scaphognathite, which acted as a fan-like one, present on the maxilla. Okay. Ekkada undadi? The scaphognathite that is located on maxilla and lies near the entrance of gill chamber. It is also called bailer, as it forces water over the gill chamber. So it acted as a bailer, acted as a fan, which is located in the entrance of gill chamber, from which water will enter into the gill chamber. Okay. Yes. Yes ma, is it clear? Plurobranchs gurinchi chepdama.
Yes, sir.
Plurobranchs ante emi? There are 5 pairs of plurobranchs are there. All the time you count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 pairs of plurobranchs are here. Not 5 pairs of gills present in the prawn. Only the 5 pairs of gills related to plurobranchs are there. Okay. Already there will be 2 pairs of orthobranch. 1 pair of podobranch is also there in addition to the plurobranch. 5 pairs of numbers of plurobranchs. Okay. Water current flows through the gill chamber by the action of scaphognathite. The scaphognathite, which is acted as a fan-like appendage of maxilla, and it lies near the entrance of gill chamber. It is also now called as a bailer, as it forces water over the gill chamber. So fresh water enters the gill chamber from behind in the form of a current. The highly vascularized gill plates, ఈ గిల్ ప్లేట్స్ అంతా ఎలా ఉంటాయి? హైలీ వాస్కులరైజ్డ్. More and more numerous blood capillaries are there. So due to the capillary action, due to the capillary nature of all blood capillaries, they can able to absorb which one? Oxygen. So the oxygen will enter into the blood capillary, which are numerously present in gill plates. Okay. Numerously presence of blood capillaries in the gill plate. When the water is moving on the gill plate, the blood capillaries also will be bathed. So they directly will take oxygen, which is dissolved in condition in that water. Okay. Now up to that, the respiratory system in prawn. Now the respiratory organs of arachnids, that is a good example is scorpion. Scorpion. Scorpion breathes air through 4 pairs of book lungs. How many pairs of book lungs are there? 4 pairs of book lungs are present in the scorpion. But in the case of prawn, book gills are
Book
there.
gills.
See this? This is called as a book gill. Okay? All these gills are simply look like a pages which are present in a book. So book gills are present in it. బాగా వన్ వర్డ్ ఆన్సర్స్ కూడా గుర్తుపెట్టుకునేటట్టు ఉండాలి. ఎలా అంటే పోడోబ్రాంక్ లొకేటెడ్ ఆన్ సెకండ్ మ్యాక్సిల్లరీ, ఆర్థోబ్రాంక్ లొకేటెడ్ ఆన్ థర్డ్ మ్యాక్సిల్లరీ. Podobranch is located on second maxillary, only one pair. Orthobranch, there are 2 pairs and located on third maxillary.
Third maxillary.
And another pleurobranch, their number will be 5. 5 number of, and 5 pairs of pleurobranchs are there. Scapognatite, a unique part, a structure that is located on the maxilla, and it will be present at the entry of gill chamber, acted as a fan and can able to make a water current all the time, and acted as a baler as it forces water over the gill chamber. Gill chamber పైకి నీళ్లు పోయేటట్టుగా చేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి once the water is moving on the gill chamber is with gills are with gill plates are with numerously available of blood capillaries, and finally blood capillaries can able to take oxygen present in that water as in dissolved condition. Okay, is it clear? మనం ఇంతవరకు డిస్కస్ చేసింది యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గా రాస్తే చాలు. అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డ్రా దట్ డయాగ్రామ్ క్లియర్లీ అండ్ నీట్ లేబులింగ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో నీడెడ్. yes అఖిల, there will be a neat label diagram is needed and necessary, and we have to write all these like this: arthrobranch, podobranch, and another one is pleurobranch. When we discuss about pleurobranch, a scapognatite, that a fan like structure is also there present on maxilla, and always it will be present in the entry or entrance of gill chamber, and it acted as a baler, baler. Baler means which can move the water to flow onto the gill chamber. Okay, it can move the water to flow on to the gill chamber. So fresh water also now enters the gill chamber from behind in the form of a current. The highly vascularized gill plates are there. They can able to takes the dissolved oxygen present in that water. Now the respiration in arachnida, that is in scorpion. So how many pairs of book lungs are here? 4 pairs of book lungs, but not a book gill, book lungs. Okay, or a pulmonary sacs that open to outside through 4 pairs of stigmata on the ventral side of mesochoma. On the ventral side of mesochoma there will be 4 pairs of book lungs are there. So book lungs, how they are? They are sac like. They are sac like. This is a book lung, but this is a ventral section, this is a longitudinal section, this is a horizontal section, but all the 3 are nothing but they shows book lungs. So they are sac-like structures within which there are delicate folds that are arranged like a leaves of a book. They are arranged as a leaves of a book. These folds are richly supplied with blood. Blood means here blood capillaries are also there. So the 4 pairs book lungs are located in the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th mesosomal segment. So ekkada 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th mesosomal segments. You remember mesosomal segments. So on the mesosomal segment from 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th segment there will be 1 pair of book lungs. Okay. Each book lung consists of an air cavity or atrial chamber. An atrial chamber or air cavity will be there on the ventral side, which open to outer side a slit like spiracle, that is called as a stigmata. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఈజ్ దేర్ ఎనీ స్మాల్ ఓపెనింగ్? ఆ ఓపెనింగ్నే మనం ఏమంటాం? స్టిగ్మాటా అంటాం. ఏ స్మాల్ ఓపెనింగ్ విల్ బి దే అవుట్ సైడ్ కాల్డ్ as a stigmata that opens on the ventrolateral side of the sternum. Now dorsal part of the book lung consists of nearly 150 vertical folds. Okay, vertical folds all are nothing but called as a, this is a pulmonary air sac. Here is a blood and a pulmonary vein. This is a small opening called as a stigmata. This is called as a atrial chamber. This is a lamella. So many lamellas are here. Okay. Now lamella are arranged like a leaves of a book. Each lamella is a hollow structure, made up of 2 to thin layers of respiratory epithelium. The air breathing in the book lungs is affected by the action of dorsoventral arterial muscles. Dorsoventral arterial muscles are involved in the breathing is by book lungs. Contraction of dorsoventral muscles comprises the pulmonary chamber so that the air from the chamber is forced out. So ఏం జరుగుతుంది? The contraction జరుగుతే ఏమి? Whatever the air present inside it is coming out because of contraction of dorsoventral muscle. Dorsally and ventrally the muscles which are going to be contracted means inside the pressure will be more and comprises the pulmonary chamber, and automatically intrapulmonary pressure will be more. So whatever the air present inside it will come out automatically. Okay. When atrial muscles are contract, this is the first character we have to remember to send out the air. To send out the deoxygenated air, that organism will go for contraction of dorsoventral muscles. ఏమని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలా? కాంట్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ dorsoventral muscles. That is for purpose of sending out. అంటే దానికి ఎంత కథ ఉంటుంది అక్కడ? ఏమనాలి? డ్యూ టు ద కాంట్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ dorsoventral muscles, the pulmonary atrial chamber or pulmonary chamber, atrial chamber will be decrease. అంటే పల్మనరీ chamberలో ఉన్నటువంటి వాల్యూమ్ will be decrease, pressure will be more. The volume of pulmonary chamber will be decrease, pressure will be increase. So whatever the air means the deoxygenated blood or deoxygenated thing, if it is there, will come out immediately. Okay, and the gas present in it will come out. Now the second character lo manam em chudali? Atrial muscles are contracting now. Atrial muscles are contracting. Now they expand, creating vacuum and sucking fresh air. So they can able to expand outai and creating a vacuum and sucking fresh air. Okay, in through stigmata. Through the stigmata, they can able to suck the fresh air. Due to the vacuum-like character will be developed whenever atrial muscles are going to be contracted. So that is enough. What is that? Respiratory organs in Arachnida. Here is a good example is scorpion. There are 4 pairs of book lungs are present in it. Book lungs. They are air-like, they are sac-like structures, within which there are delicate folds that are arranged like a leaves of a book. These folds are richly supplied with blood. The 4 pairs book lungs are located in the 3rd one, 4th one, 5th one and 6th mesosomal segment. Each book lung consists of an air cavity or atrial chamber on the ventral side, which opens to outside a slit-like aperture or spiracle called as a stigmata that opens on the ventrolateral side of the sternum. Okay, nearly dorsal part of a book lung consists of nearly 150 vertical fold. 150 vertical folds will be there. Lamella are arranged like a leaves of a book. Each lamella is a hollow one made up of 2 thin layers of respiratory epithelium. Okay, the air breathing in the book lung is affected by the action of 2 muscles. One is dorsoventral and atrial muscle. When the dorsoventral muscles are contracted, the pulmonary pressure will be increased. The atrial chamber, the pulmonary or atrial chamber volume will be decreased. Pressure will be increased. So the air will come out from that outside, from that organism to outside. When atrial muscles are going to be contracted, then the book lung is going to be expand. Expand means inside it volume will be increased, pressure will be greatly reduced. Hence the fresh air will be intaken into it. Okay. Now the respiratory organs in insects, that is a cockroach. I think in the intermediate syllabus we learn about it clearly. Anyhow, as a part of respiratory system in arthropoda, we are again going to study about it once again. Great majority of insects breathe air by means of an elaborate and most efficient gas exchange system that is called as a tracheal system. So tracheal systems are there by which respiration is occur in the cockroach. So in majority of insects, tracheal system serves for transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Each trachea is an air tube. Each trachea is an air tube lined with epithelial cells and spiral rings, now called as a ctenidia. Very important. The spirally thickening regions are there in the name of ctenidia. The trachea open externally by small openings called as spiracles, through which the air enters the system. Now the trachea are branched into fine branches called tracheoles. Tracheoles will be the branches, fine branches of trachea, which are air capillaries without inner ctenidial ridges. Inner ctenidial ridges are absent in tracheole, but ctenidias are present in trachea. Tracheoles are the branches of a trachea. Ctenidias are present in the trachea. Ctenidias are absent in tracheoles. Ctenidias are nothing but a ridges, a spirally coiled ridges. Now the breathing is affected by a pair of pterosternal muscles. మనం స్కార్పియన్లో ఏం చెప్పామా, ఎవరికైనా గుర్తుందా? స్కార్పియన్లో డార్సో వెంట్రల్ మజిల్స్ అండ్ one more other kind of
Atrial muscle, sir.
Arterial muscles. Second
Atrial
one is
muscle, sir.
yes, atrial muscles. Okay, there are two kinds of muscles are there in the case of scorpion. Dorsoventral muscles are contracting, then the air will present inside it will come out. Atrial muscles are going to be contract, then the pulmonary chamber will be increase, the pressure inside it will be decrease. Okay, the volume of that pulmonary chamber will be increase. Automatically the fresh air will be taken into the book lung. Now here pterosternal muscles. Pterosternal muscles are there. Pterosternal muscles are there, which connect dorsal side of body with the ventral side, and hence their contraction comprises the abdominal cavity, forcing air to move out. Relaxation of these muscles brings the abdominal cavity into its original shape, sucking the air into the tracheal tube. So only one character. Pterosternal muscles are there which connect dorsal side of the body with the ventral side, and hence their contraction comprises the complete organism, that is comprises the abdominal cavity, forcing air to move out. Dorsally, ventrally, these tubes are there. When they are contracting, automatically the abdominal cavity forcing, the contraction comprises the abdominal cavity, so forcing air to move out. Relaxation of these muscles brings the abdominal cavity into its original shape, so sucking the air into the tracheal tube. Yes, in many aquatic insects such as a mayfly, dragonfly, the larvae there tracheal gills for respiration in water. Tracheal gills are now leaf-like extensions on the terminal abdominal segments that carry respiratory epithelium. Once again, in many aquatic insects such as a mayfly, dragonfly, larva, there are a tracheal gills for respiration in water. Tracheal gills are now leaf-like extensions on the terminal abdominal segments that carry respiratory epithelium. Yes, once again, at least try to see, this is the respiratory system in cockroach. So observe this one, all are now MTVV, all these ventral longitudinal. So this one is the ventrally longitudinal trunk. This one is lateral longitudinal trunk. This is the first abdominal spiracle, second thoracic spiracle, first thoracic spiracle. Now the main tracheal trunk towards the head region. Now 8th abdominal spiracle. From to here prothorax, here mesothorax, here metathorax, from here abdomen. See this smaller one. This is the opening called as a spiracle. Now this is atrium. This is atrial muscle. This is tracheal epithelium. Okay, and nuclei, cytoplasm, etc. will be there. Cuticular thickenings will be there. Okay, and it will be divided into so many small fine threads called as a tracheole cells. So tracheoles. Now inside tracheole cells also there. Yes, the entire one is called as a tracheole cell. These are called as a tracheoles. So inside the body of a cockroach there are 3 pairs of parallel tracheal trunks are there. 3 pairs. One is dorsal, one is ventral, and one pair is lateral. So there are 3 pairs of parallel longitudinal trunks are there. Tracheal trunks. Longitudinal tracheal trunks. One is a dorsal, other one is a ventral, other one is a pair lateral in position, which are connected together by a transverse commuters. So ఇలా కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉన్నాయే ఇవన్నీ ఏమిటివి కమ్యూజర్స్, which are connected together by a transverse commuters. Now the cuticular lining of these trachea is spirally thickened to form a ctenidia, which prevent the tracheal tubes from collapsing. Ctenidia, if it is absent, they go for collapsing. Even in our trachea, incompletely C-shaped cartilaginous rings are there. Due to the presence of them, our trachea may not be collapsed. The same thing here is also will be maintained by presence of ctenidia. So tracheoles profusely branch and anastomose and penetrate in all parts of the body connected to the muscles and tissue cells. All these tracheoles have a diameter of only 1 micron only, and their cavities are intracellular and walls are very thin. And very very important, divide of thickening. Divide of thickenings are not there. So divide of thickenings, cuticular thickenings are completely absent. See here, lines are here, so many lines are here, they are called as a cuticular thickenings. Such cuticular thickenings we are not able to find in this area. So here we are not able to find cuticular thickenings. So instead they are lined by a protein called trachin, and one more important character in this. So instead they are lined by a protein called trachin and are usually filled with a fluid in which oxygen dissolves and diffuses to the tissues. There will be a protein called a trachin and are usually filled with a fluid in which oxygen dissolves and diffuses to the tissues. The tracheal system carries oxygen directly to the body cells and does not require blood to transport it. This thing is also more important, we have to remember. That is, the tracheal system carries oxygen directly to the body cells. So the tracheal system directly carries oxygen to the tissues directly, to the cells, to the body cells directly, and does not require blood to transport it. So generally there are 10 pairs of spiracles are present in the insects. 2 pairs are located on thoracic. Already we know that first thoracic, second thoracic only. So there are 2 pairs of thoracic. But from here to here, how many? So 8th pair and first pair abdominal. Means 8 pairs of abdominal spiracles are there. So totally 10 pairs of spiracles are present in a cockroach. First 2 pair are located on thoracic region. The remaining 8 pairs are located on
abdominal.
First abdominal segments. First abdominal 8
Abdominal
segments.
segment.
First abdominal segment, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, like that only. But not located on the 9th segment and not located on the 10th segment. But that also may be present in the cockroach body. But in the very first 1 to 8 abdominal segments will have a 1 to 8 number of abdominal spiracles, but the total number of spiracles are 10 pairs. Yes, all these one is an long answer question, that is respiration in arthropoda. Yes, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Respiration in arthropoda ante we have to write the brief information regarding scorpion, now prawn, and another one is cockroach.
Cockroach, sir.
Cockroach. Okay. Prawn, it will be very easy. 1 to 5 pleurobranchs are there. 2 pairs of arthrobranchs are there. 1 pair is podobranch. Podobranch is located on second maxillary pad. Now these 2 pairs of arthrobranchs are located on third maxillary pad. 1 to 5 pleurobranchs are there on either side of the cephalothoracic, inside the gill chamber. Okay, అలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. Now, is there any doubt? I think
No,
it is
sir.
enough. Yes. Due to the net connectivity, net issue, net problem in our regular timings. Anyhow, we have taken our work of today's work. We completed that topic, respiration in arthropoda. That thing is also more important in examination point of view. All of you read thoroughly this and try to complete it, writing part, and submit it to me as early as possible. Today or by the most of end of today or tomorrow, means by the end of today or by the end of tomorrow itself, I will create a Google Classroom for you. You have to submit your assignment work in that Google Classroom also. There is a provision to open your submitted assignment work, and there is a possible to correct it, and there is a possible to give marks also to your assignment work. So there will be some evaluation. So that is more important. We will do that work. I will evaluate and I will correct all your submitted assignment works through Google Classroom. Mostly tomorrow we will see that work. All of you submit your work in that Google Classroom. But before that, you please go through submission of your assignment work through our WhatsApp group. Okay? Yes?
Okay, sir.
ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి, లేదంటే కనుక ఐ విల్ క్లోజ్ ఇట్.
No, sir.
సరే. హౌ మెనీ ఎపిపోడైట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్? మీకు ప్లూరోబ్రాంకు, ఆర్థోబ్రాంకు, పోడోబ్రాంక్ అనే పదాలు బాగా తెలుసు. ఓకే, దే ఆర్ వాస్కులరైజ్డ్ లీఫ్ లైక్ మెంబ్రేనస్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ అటాచ్డ్ టు ద కోప్స్ ఆఫ్ 3 maxillary peds. దే క్యారీ అవుట్ రెస్పిరేటరీ వర్క్ అంటున్నాం. Now in which the gills are regarded as a primary respiratory organs, and they are the 3 kinds in prawn: podobranch, arthrobranch, pleurobranch.
Branch.
Okay, podobranch only 1 pair, that will be located at the cox of second maxillary ped. Arthrobranch, there are two pairs and located on third maxillary ped.
Third maxillary pair.
Pleurobranchs, five pairs are there. They are laterally arranged on either side of cephalothoracic. Okay, and very one more important structure which is located in at the opening of gill chamber, that is a scaphognatite. All of you spell it, read it, pronunciate it. What is that? Scaphognatite.
Scaphognatite.
Scaphognatite. Once again, all of you.
Scaphognatite,
I
sir.
think only one or two people are responding. Scaphognatite. Okay, which is a fan-like appendage of maxilla. So, which is a fan-like appendage of maxilla and lies very near to the entrance of gill chamber. Also called as a baler. Baler means as it forces water over the gill chamber. So, that is more important work. It is going to be done by scaphognatite. Yes, anyhow, the entire story of about respiration in arthropoda is over. Now, yes.